One tweet lit the fire. One diss started the war. And now, Young Thug might go back to jail over a single post. But this story goes deeper. It ties in Gunna, Lil Baby, and even the tragic deaths of 2 children. The real question is, was it all planned, or was this just one big setup? This isn't just about rap beef. It's about the system, power, betrayal and the price of fame. Young Thug, Gunna, and Lil Baby are all caught in a storm. One wrong move, and it could cost them everything. If you think this is just about music, think again. You need to see the full story before the truth gets buried. You all were speeding, flying down the metro at over 100 miles per hour. The only thing that could have helped was a warning, just a simple warning. If I were the officer and someone said that to me, honestly, I might have lost my cool too, especially if they added, "I just got my license back." That kind of thing makes it hard to stay calm. I am not going to lie. I have seen too many tragic scenes, too many bodies. I never want to go through that again. I mean it. It changes you. And now, seeing what Young Thug is doing, he is making dangerous choices. He is not just breaking probation rules in his music, he also went as far as calling out a female police officer by name. Things have taken a serious turn for Young Thug. The federal government is no longer sitting back. They are stepping in to try and revoke his probation. But what exactly triggered this sudden and harsh response? It all started with a social media post. Young Thug went online and shared a picture of a government officer named Marissa Vivi. Not only did he call her the biggest liar in the DA's office, but he also reposted a message that read, "All my homies hate Vivero." That one post set off a storm of concern. Now, too many fans, this may seem like just another celebrity lashing out online, but when someone is already on probation, the law does not see it as just words, it sees it as a possible threat. Vivero is a government official. And when a high-profile figure like Young Thug posts something that targets her, it raises alarm bells. From the government's point of view, this kind of post could be taken as a form of indirect intimidation. It might influence others, especially followers or supporters, to act out. The message becomes dangerous because it could be interpreted as encouraging violence or harassment toward a public official. That is exactly why federal authorities moved quickly. They believe Thug's actions may have crossed a line, and now they are pushing to take away his probation privileges altogether. But this story goes even deeper. Officer Marissa Vivero is not just any official. She is actively involved in one of the biggest ongoing investigations in Atlanta. She is testifying in the OMF case, which is closely linked to the rising tension between 2 rap crews, 4PF, led by Lil Baby, and OMF. According to her, there is a serious rivalry between the 2 groups, and that feud could spark more violence if it is not addressed. Her statements have become a critical part of the prosecution's case, and the fact that Young Thug publicly disrespected her only adds more fuel to the fire. It paints a picture of someone who is not taking the law seriously, someone who might be using his influence to stir up hate or rebellion against law enforcement. The federal government is trying to make it clear that probation is not just freedom, with a warning it is a legal agreement. Once you are on probation, every move you make is watched closely. That means everything from your behavior in public to what you post on social media can be used against you. And when you attack a government witness online, it is seen as breaking the rules of that agreement. Some legal experts believe this could set a strong example. The government wants to show that no one is above the law, even celebrities. If Thug is found to be in violation, it will send a message to others in similar positions that even the smallest mistake can come with heavy consequences. This whole situation also brings up questions about the influence of rap culture and social media. Young Thug, like many other artists, has millions of followers who hang on to his every word. So when he lashes out at an officer or reposts messages that promote hate, it is not taken lightly. Words can quickly spread, and what starts as an online comment can turn into real-life tension. The beef between 4PF and OMF is not just a music rivalry, it is a serious conflict that law enforcement is watching closely. Any action that makes that tension worse, especially by public figures, is a major red flag for the authorities. They are trying to prevent violence before it happens, and posts like Thug's only make their job harder. Right now, all eyes are on how the court will handle this situation. Will they see the post as freedom of speech, or will they treat it as a threat to public safety? That decision could not only affect Young Thug's future, but also change how probation is handled in cases involving public figures. In the end, This moment serves as a powerful reminder: freedom comes with responsibility. When you are given a second chance through probation, it is not just about staying out of trouble, it is about proving you can follow the rules. One wrong move, even online, can cost you everything. Young Thug's actions have now placed him back in legal danger, and with people like Officer Vivero playing such a key role in major cases, the stakes could not be higher. This is no longer just about a social media post, it is about how words can impact justice, public safety, and the future of those involved. That same day, the news officially confirmed that Georgia had filed a motion to send Young Thug back to jail, and this time, they are going all in. Authorities are not only trying to revoke his probation, but they are also digging into his music, yes, his lyrics. They believe what he says in his songs could help prove their case. One song they are focusing on is Money, on Money. In that track, Thug raps, "These guys telling for nothing. And I got to be the one calling them friends." Most people think that line is clearly aimed at Gunna, who was once his close friend and part of the same YSL crew. Gunna's name came up in the big YSL RICO case when he accepted a plea deal that many fans believe made him look like a snitch. Now, the feds want to use Thug's own words to show that he knows about criminal activity and that he is calling out others who cooperate. Young Thug did speak about this in a few interviews, but he was very careful with his words. In one sit-down, he tried to stay calm and distant. When the host asked him about Gunna, who used to be like a brother to him, Thug paused for a moment. Everyone expected some emotion or strong reaction, but all he said was, "I do not know." That short sentence said a lot. It showed that the friendship was over, and that Thug might feel betrayed. The two artists once ruled Atlanta's rap scene together. They dropped hit after hit, performed on the same stages, and were seen as family. Fans looked up to their bond. But now, everything has changed. It seems like Thug wants nothing to do with Gunna anymore, and the legal system is watching all of this closely. The decision to use lyrics as evidence is a big deal. Many artists feel it is unfair. They say music is art, it should not be taken literally. But prosecutors argue that in this case, the lyrics line up too closely with real-life events. They believe Thug is not just making music, he is telling stories that connect to real crimes. Georgia's legal team is not playing around. They want to show that Thug is still connected to criminal behavior, even while on probation, using his own words, interviews, and social media activity. They are trying to build a case that he has not changed, and that he may still be encouraging violence behind the scenes. The battle ahead looks serious. Young Thug could face more time behind bars, and the pressure is only growing. Fans are divided, the music world is watching, and the court system is preparing to make an example out of one of rap's biggest stars. Things got worse when Thug tweeted, "If you're a rapper and a rat, go do gospel, twin." It went viral fast. One person replied, "You're literally not even legally allowed to rap about gangster stuff anymore. Just go do gospel." That response alone got 100,000 likes and over 3 million views, but viral fame comes with a cost. That tweet caught the police's attention. The headlines read, "Young Thug's legal troubles continue." Even after being released, Atlanta police were watching him closely. One fan commented, "There's no way Young Thug stays out of jail and keeps rapping at the same time." And this is not new. DJ Academics predicted this months ago. When Thug was released, he warned that the terms of his probation were almost impossible to follow. It felt like a trap. Academics explained that it looked like the court was just waiting for Thug to slip up so they could give him 20 years in prison without another trial. People think Thug beat the case. But he did not. If he had, there would be no probation. His release came with strict rules. He cannot stay in Atlanta, cannot talk to co-defendants or gang members, and cannot rap or promote anything tied to criminal activity. But that is who Thug has always been. His music and lifestyle are deeply connected. Even something simple like saying, "We're hitting the club," could be twisted as gang-related activity. So while fans were celebrating his release, many also feared what could happen next. Then more details leaked. Wack 100, a well-known figure, claimed he had 2 hours of footage showing Gunna talking about Thug during an interrogation. That sparked rumors that the feds are preparing another case against YSL. Wack even said, "Gunna, take your time. Confess. You talked more than Hurricane Katrina in that room." He teased that the only mistake Gunna made was letting them record the whole thing. As federal investigators dig deeper, they are stacking up more evidence, both old and new. Files show that just 1 week after Thug's release, he tweeted, "Vomp, let's drop one on these rats," hinting at Lil Baby with violating. He also dissed Gunna directly by tweeting, "Stop acting like we're friends online. I don't know you." Gunna's brother clapped back, tweeting, "Trust me, the feeling is mutual." The drama continued. That same night, Thug was seen hanging out with rapper T.I., posting a video saying he made it home the right way. Again, throwing subtle shade. Fans flooded the comments, begging him to stop trolling and focus on staying out of trouble, but Thug did not care. Later that night, he was back in the studio, showing off his jewelry and smiling like nothing happened. But the truth is, this kind of trolling could cost him everything. DJ Academics received a tip that while Young Thug was in jail, he was calling other rappers, warning them to stay away from Gunna. According to what was said, Thug made it clear that he believed Gunna had snitched. "I don't care if you believe me," he reportedly told them. These messages were sent to artists like Lil Durk and Lil Baby and, probably others whose names were not revealed because they shared the info privately. Since then, many rappers have been quietly distancing themselves from Gunna. Even after Thug got out, Gunna's name stayed out of the mix. No one rushed to collaborate with him. Fans began wondering how this kind of private jail information ended up with Most believe Thug wanted the public to know but could not legally speak on it himself because of strict probation terms. As Thug kept throwing shots and mocking Gunna online, Gunna finally responded, but not directly. Instead, his lawyer released a long statement to clear things up. The lawyer clarified, "I was Gunna's attorney, but I am not speaking for him now. I'm just here to tell the truth." He explained that Gunna never said or did anything to hurt Young Thug's case. During court, Gunna admitted that he had been present when a gun and drugs were found with Thug, but he also made it clear that the items were not his. He spent 8 months in jail and was released in December 2022 after accepting an Alford plea, which means he did not admit guilt, but accepted the deal. The plea could not be used against Thug in court. Gunna was not named as a witness and received a 5-year suspended sentence with no probation, no travel limits, and no restrictions on where he could live. Since his release, Gunna has performed worldwide, gained international fame, and made millions. On the other hand, Thug stayed behind bars for 30 months before taking a plea deal. He was given 15 years of probation, with heavy restrictions including being banned from Atlanta. The statement ended strongly. "People who keep trashing Gunna need to let it go." But the internet exploded after that. A tweet went viral that said, "Once you understand how Gunna's actions affected the YSL case, you'll know why Thug and Lil Baby will never mess with him again. Go do your research." Attached to that tweet was an evidence file, and it was serious. According to Atlanta police, Georgia's BD counsel is preparing to defend against a possible RICO case involving 4PF Lil Baby's crew. Official paperwork even mentioned Lil Baby by name. And in a shocking court moment, an investigator played a wiretapped phone call that included a voice talking about tickets on people's heads. In the streets, that means bounty spaying to have someone hurt or killed. During the call, someone referred to as UNK spoke with a man believed to be Mr. Sanders. The investigator explained that tickets meant putting a price on someone's head. When asked who was being talked about, the answer was Dominique Jones, Lil Baby's real name. The claim was that he wanted certain people taken out. This caused a wave of reactions. Even Snoop Dogg posted online, saying, "First Young Thug, now Lil Baby. This Atlanta DA is playing chess. Rappers, stay safe out there." Soon after, reports said Lil Baby was taken to the county jail for questioning about the deaths of Davis and Lamont Freeman. Police started looking into why he shut down his label for PF right after the incident. Investigators even blamed a local rapper's music video for triggering violence that led to the tragic deaths of 2 children. A $50,000 reward is now being offered for any new information. So far, 7 people have been arrested. Witnesses described the scene as pure chaos. Over 25 gunshots were fired. It was supposed to be a fun night, just a concert. One fan even joked that they were only waiting for Lil Baby to come by and buy their tacos. But everything went downhill from there. And honestly, some blame does fall on Lil Baby. In a surprising move, Lil Baby publicly confirmed that he shut down his record label, for PF for Pockets Full. The reason? He did not want it to be seen as a street gang by law enforcement. At the time, police were already investigating the label, so, to avoid deeper problems, he made the tough call to close it. Lil Baby explained his decision in an interview. He said, all the stuff going on, I had to start realizing that I could be held responsible for what other people do. I did not know that at first. If I had known, I would never have let things go that far. He admitted that he had to take control of the situation and change everything before it got worse. It's not just about the police, he said. It's about how I carry myself and what I stand for. I should have never turned my label into something that could be misunderstood. Meanwhile, DJ Academics once again predicted this before it became public. While reviewing new evidence files, he pointed out that 4PF was listed in an upcoming RICO case just like YSL before them. Academics hinted that law enforcement had a list and was going down it, one rapper at a time. He refused to name names on his stream but said, "One of them is already a big star, definitely in the top 3 rappers out now. You know who I'm talking about. The name is made up of 3 letters, and they're from Atlanta." He also said that a major RICO case is definitely on the way. Academics explained further that the DA Fannie Willis had her sights on multiple crews. She already got YSL and YFN, and it was only a matter of time before 4PF came next. Even though some cases were dropped, like one involving Lil Durk after the passing of King Von, Academics believes the feds are simply biding their time. He also pointed out that while Lil Baby has not yet been targeted by the feds, he has been under state and local surveillance. That is why he has been moving differently. Then things took a serious turn. According to an official police statement, Lil Baby's name was brought up during an investigation tied to the deaths of 2 young men, Jackety Davis and Lamont Freeman, at a press conference. Atlanta police confirmed that 7 people had been arrested in connection to the case. They blamed a music video shoot by Lil Baby's team last May. That shoot ended in violence, leaving 3 people injured and 2 dead. Major Ralph from the Atlanta PD did not hold back. He said, "We will not stop until the people responsible are held accountable. That includes everyone involved, even if they are celebrities." One of the most heartbreaking parts of the case is that 13-year-old Lamont Freeman was left alone for nearly 30 minutes before he lost his life. Police say the attack was planned by adults. They called the act cowardly, especially because the music video was filmed in a neighborhood controlled by a rival gang. They made it clear that Lil Baby should have known better than to bring cameras and possibly conflict into that area. In the days that followed, tragedy struck. 2 young children lost their lives, and the police blamed it on what they called the cowardly decisions of one man. They did not name him directly, but it was clear who they meant. The authorities made it known they would not rest until everyone responsible, including those connected to him, is held accountable. It all started when Lil Baby decided to film a music video outside a taco shop in a neighborhood known to be enemy territory, also called an ops block. No one knew he was there until a local woman, who later appeared on the news, posted about it online. She went live on Facebook and told the world, "Lil Baby's at the taco shop, 3 cars deep, shooting a video. Where y'all at?" She continued to hype up the moment, showing Lil Baby on camera while laughing and inviting others to pull up. According to police, this Facebook video is what alerted the rival gang members. They had no idea Lil Baby was there until that post went viral. Once they saw it, people started showing up, many carrying guns. What began as a simple music shoot quickly turned into a dangerous situation. Now, the federal authorities are pointing fingers at Lil Baby. They believe the music video and the way it was shared publicly directly led to the violence that followed. This connects back to a video shared earlier by Whack 100. In that video, he claimed that Gunna was in an interrogation room for 2 hours. Some fans believe that during that time, Gunna may have shared details about Lil Baby's alleged criminal activity in hopes of getting himself released. That theory gained attention after Lil Baby was suddenly arrested. A video clip surfaced showing Lil Baby during his arrest. He was heard saying, "I pay my security $200,000 a year. I got licensed security. Why are you locking me up?" He seemed frustrated and confused, trying to explain that he had done things legally. In the end, people are left with a lot of questions. Did Gunna really say something about Lil Baby? Was the Facebook video the real reason for the violence? And could all of this have been avoided? What do you think? Did Gunna play a role in this? Leave a comment below and let us know your thoughts. And if you support Young Thug, make sure to hit the like button.